What is up, everyone? My name is Theodore Jenkins, and welcome back to the second day of the tour. Now, if you remember last time, yesterday actually, we explored and found the most dangerous creature in the world, a bull toad. Well, today we're exploring a brand new region. We're exploring the ocean. So we're going to look around here, we're going to see what we can find, and we might just stumble upon a brand new species again. So we're going to be a little bit careful on this. I mean, excuse me, this was on purpose. Welcome aboard the tour here. So this is actually what AI looks like. This is a robotic, and he just killed a dino. Well, it's all good, bro. We all kill a few things yeah, it's all good. So, every now and then, folks, we're gonna have a Carno. It comes out at us. It's okay. Robot driver knows what he's doing. He's a little bit aggressive. I'm gonna give it to him. He's a little bit aggressive, but that's okay. So if you look over here, you can see a beautiful Triceratops who's being eaten. Now, if you start feeling sick, don't worry about it. I feel sick as well. This shaking thing makes me feel like I'm about to pass out, and you just gotta embrace it and just go for it. I gotta get that scan though. A very tiny brontosaurus, obviously one of the babies around here. It's only about 60 times the size of this vehicle. Yep, that's a tree. Brontosauruses are obviously known for eating meat, so they'll climb up to the top of the trees and eat the meat, the fleshy parts of the leaves. Look at the size of that thing. Now, he says don't look back, but it's important to make sure you assert your dominance over the Giga. So yeah, I mean, that's just like, it's a little something we do every now and then. We take guests out. Sometimes the Gigas will, actually kill people and eat them, but, it's not the end of the world. It just happens, it's not a huge problem. So before we leave this island, I do have wonky hands. That's okay. I'm going to just awkwardly scrape wood off of this tree until it dissolves into thin air. Now, while that was cool, while it was cool to almost get sick, throw up, fall down, and nearly pass out and break my vibe, what's cooler is actually walking around on top of a beautiful mountain. So I think I've actually been here before in real life. You can see by the floating rocks and the really close moon, I'm pretty sure that we're in North Dakota. Yep, we're in North Dakota, because North Dakota, last time I was here, it had a rock like that. So warning, don't worry about that, it's nothing. This is, the bridge looks a little bit dangerous. Some people might look at this and say, you step on that, you're gonna die. Those people would probably be right. So that's actually Niagara Falls right there, believe it or not. It's part of the North Dakota wilderness. That's something a lot of youngsters seem to forget these days. Oh my, well. So that just died. Okay, so I kind of, I feel bad telling you guys this. I like to keep my videos positive and happy. This is actually the wife of the Doed that just killed itself. So this is a very depressed Doed right now. Very not happy. We'll have to stand back so she opens up again. So they're demonstrating to us who's the alpha here. So you can see clearly neither of them are the alpha. They were just putting on a show. They're not actually trying to. Now, if we continue into this cave of doom and darkness, you'll see on the ceiling we've got some of these bats here. Now, these things obviously like dark caves. That's why they're living in this very well-lit cave full of blue glowing crystals. Very friendly creatures. Hopefully we won't get crushed by those tumbling stones that seem to be going down to crush the Doed down there. So obviously North Dakota is a very dangerous place to be at. Think of North Dakota and they instantly think danger. They think of North Dakota and they think, am I going to live, And that's just, it's the kind of guy I am. I go to places like this. I go to places like the Dakotas and, I take risks. So now, while the last two areas were cool, North Dakota and South Dakota, what I'm about to show you here is by far the coolest area you'll ever see. This is what we call Canada. So Canada is a beautiful nation. A lot of great people from Canada. And as you can see in the distance, we've got the Canadian president up there. That's what he looks like. Yep, that's the Canadian president. So that's what he looks like. And we've got a couple of these big balloons up in the sky. So we're actually going to go ahead and just see if it's going to actually... Yep, of course, a VR game wouldn't let you actually ride the hot air balloon in the sky. Why would it? Why would anyone want to ride a hot air balloon? Now, you know what? I'm not a big hot air balloon guy, but you would think they would actually let you fly this thing by pulling that down. So now, unfortunately, our hot air balloon was not working. So I'm taking you guys now to my second favorite place on the planet, right behind South Dakota, and that is T-Rex Forest. And like I said last episode, it'd be full of dodos. And as you can see, we've already found a couple of dodos. I'm going to be honest with you. I did not think there'd actually be dodos here. But in the light of Jenkins, we're going to go ahead and just say I knew that. So a couple dodos here. Now, you can tell by looking at this dodo here. He's got some really interesting markings on his head, so that means that he's actually a Russian dodo. So he's a Russian-style dodo. Now the one over here, you can tell by looking at this weird patch of fur, that little white thing on the back. What that means is that he's not a Russian dodo, but he's a South American dodo. So very similar, but there are some small differences. Now here you'll see we have what appears to be a giant T-Rex foot. That's wrong. It's actually a dodo footprint. People think they're small creatures, but they actually do leave very large footprints. We're going to go ahead and just see what happens if we tug that a little bit. And there it comes, the pooper himself. So this guy, you can see those big tusks there. Phomias actually prey on dodos, so they look for unsuspecting dodos and they munch them up with those big teeth. Yeah, there it is, bull toad unlocked. So we just got the bull toad, so I'm very proud about that one. Oh, and that is it's a very aggressive looking T-Rex. We're gonna go ahead and get it. Now the thing with the T-Rex is, he kind of comes and goes when he feels like it. He'll eat a couple dodos, pop out for a little bit, and come back for a few more. So, you know, he's not here as much as we'd like him to be here. But he's a friendly guy. I like him quite a bit. He's a very nice Rex. Got some of these here too. I'm just gonna go ahead and see what happens. Well, alright guys, so I think I have taken you through some of the more interesting places here today. Obviously, again, that dodo footprint there, very, very big mistake people make is calling that a T-Rex footprint. So you don't want to be like that. Always remember, dodos have 3 toes, kind of rhymes, dodo toe, 3 toe. And as you can see, if we look at this dodo here, well, I don't have a light, but go ahead and just trust me on that one. They do have 3 toes, I believe. And then I'm going to show you guys real quick my favorite sport here. I call this dodo catch, and you just kind of toss a rock at a dodo and then remind yourself that you're actually alone in life and you have no friends, and so you're playing with dodos in virtual reality. So I guess, guys, that's what we're going to do today. Guys, I hope you enjoyed this episode. Thank you so much for watching. Next time we're going to try to hop in and do some dino shooting, some of the dinos shooting section. But we have a couple more exploration areas to get to here. We've got to get to Mountain Lake, Crystal Sky, and Aviary, which will be pretty sweet. So we'll do those in another. But for today, guys, thank you so much. You guys are amazing. Don't forget to spread the love, and I'll see you all tomorrow.